but he does have pretty good lines, especially for this div. I mean, D4 is kind of overpowered. And every so often we do see Vincent coming off with these really like insane plays that it just makes you jump out of your seat like holy shit. But yeah, expect some very interesting gameplay from Vincent coming out.
And we are. My bad.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Somehow my mic like blew it up or something. But we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Actually, I just like transited right now.
We just started streaming?
Yeah, no, it's already streaming. So yeah, it's.
Okay. So everyone got all of my LU talk and stuff.
Not really, though.
Oh, okay. I'll go over that again.
Yeah.
I guess the whole thing was pretty much just for practice.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, first, can you actually pan over to the what is it, standings?
The Blizzard standings. Yes, I can show you that. The Blizzard Blizzard standings. Here you have.
Yeah. So for the standings, okay, I'm gonna say this match is gonna be very interesting. I'll get into that later as to why. The standings, however, not so much. It's kind of lopsided. We have T7 Red with 9 points, RS and Ape with 8. Yes, 8 points. They did tie against each other. Ape and RS tied against each other week 1. But then you have Infinite with 3, South London Ends with 0, and Nostalgia with 0. South London Ends and Nostalgia being on the bottom is not too much of a surprise, because South London Ends are kind of lacking in power on both formats, and Nostalgia, without Deco and Minoru each week, they're kind of struggling, especially because Deco is actually bagging a lot and Minoru is not playing. So there's that. IF have 3 points though. They have been a little underwhelming this season, but they're still very much in this because they are going to play Nostalgia week 4, and week 5 they are going to play against Ape. So if they can bag a win against Nostalgia and bag a win against Ape, they're going to be very much up there. And if you're Infinite, I would probably cheer for T7 Red in this scenario, because Ape are gonna drop points, and if IF win and then win against Ape, they're gonna be very much in the playoff picture again. And then switching over to the lineups.
Yes, we have the lineups. It's gonna be like a hectic team also.
Yeah. So for T7 Red, we have Alpha, Dan, Syra, Vincent, and Joey. And for Ape, we have Bryant, Jadid, Cora, Nico, and Neo. Neo and Io is actually missing from Ape this week, which is actually going to be a bit of a detriment to that. I'll get to that in a second. For T7 Red, when you look at this lineup, you see straight away, you see Vincent and Dan. So two of the top 5 runners in the division. I'd say Vincent, the top runner in the division. Vincent in D4 is a little overpowered, I'd say. Because Vincent, the thing about Vincent is that on his day, he is a solid D2 runner, and he has the potential to be like a low tier D1 player if he works on his consistency a little bit. I notice every once in a while when I play against him or I play with him or see him play, he does make a couple of mistakes, like let's say he hits a wall in first, or he's in second with triple greens and he chucks them and like tries to snipe first but then hits himself. Other than that though, he's a very strong runner. Lines wise, he's very, very much up there, and every so often he makes these like insane plays where it just makes you think, holy shit, like it makes you jump out of your seat. So expect Vincent to probably break about like 110, 120 at least for this war. The key for Ape is pretty much to target Vincent when possible, and if it's not possible, if he's up there, they're gonna have to get 2, 3, 4, whatever, however possible. But for T7, I'd say this lineup is very Sui heavy, but it is gonna be Sui, so it's gonna benefit them a lot here. They have a very balanced team. You have Vincent as the main runner; he's gonna be up there all the time. Dan is gonna be like their secondary runner, but don't forget Dan is still top 5 in Indivs, I believe. He is, he's 4th. He has 36.2, with Vincent having 39.8. And then what's also interesting is we see Syra in the lineup. Logan has been up and down in the lineup because he hasn't been able to play a couple weeks. Syra is mainly going to focus on pack play here. He is the starting bagger, but pretty much the primary sub runner in case Logan can't. Syra is known for like being very annoying in the pack, so expect that coming out from him. And then Joey is going to be bagging. He's a decent bagger. He's not a superstar bagger, but he's consistent enough. I'd say with Neo too, the bagging battle is going to be fairly even. With Ape, one thing they got going for them when it comes to this lineup and their roster as a whole actually is that they have a very small skill gap in their roster. They have Neo and IO as their main runner, but he's not going to be playing. So they have Nico as their main runner for this particular lineup. Usually the combination of Nico and Neo is actually pretty dangerous, but they are missing Neo. So Nico is going to be their main runner, and then we have Bryant, Jadid, and Korra. They are missing Keon as well. Keon is mainly known to be like an all-around player. He's going to get up there. When he's in the mid pack, he's going to schlag. When he's in the back, he's going to get dodges and such. Very experienced player, so that's also going to hurt them, I'd say. But actually coming in another experienced player, which is Bryant. He's been around for a while since Season 8. I'm not sure if he played for ITL, but when I joined Season 8, he was playing. He was I believe, in Lost Legends. So expect Bryant to be up there as well because he's very experienced. He knows what he's doing. Jadid also has been around for a while, but he's not particularly known for running too much. Expect Jadid to focus more on the pack play. Korra is going to be all around. Has a similar player style to Keon, very all around. And then Neo is going to be bagging. So again, Ape have a balanced lineup, but in terms of running power, I do think that they're not going to have as much as T7 Red because you're going to have Vincent up there pretty much every race. You're going to have Dan, who's also going to be up there. He's going to be a nuisance to get out of top spots. I see this match going one of two ways. I see T7 winning by about 30 or 40-ish, or I see Ape making it a bit annoying for T7, whether it's by schlagging or by maybe even getting some shocks and winning the races then. So it's either going to be a win by 30, 40, 50 by T7, or it's going to be a close match, a dog fight. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, we're going to be... Go ahead. I'm sorry? Oh yeah, the schedule. Yeah. The schedule, it's let me pull it up real quick actually. So yeah, we did see Ape tying against RS in week 1, and then they got 2 other wins. For some reason, I don't have... Okay, there's the schedule. So IF, again, they only have 3 points. They managed to win against South London Ends by 40, but then they lost out to T7 Red and RS by a significant amount, which is a little underwhelming if you're them, but Infinite obviously going to play Nostalgia, probably going to get the win there, and then Infinite going to play Ape. That's also going to be another key match in terms of the playoff push. T7, they're going to have a bit of a tough week 4 and 5 because they're going to play Team Ape, and then they're going to play RS. That's probably going to be the match of the division, I'd say, T7 versus RS. And then, yeah. Sure, go ahead. So we are going to be looking at Vincent now. We are going to be casting him. Right away, he does pull Bill. We'll pay attention to the baggers whenever they come back around later. Okay, sounds good. So we do see Ape in a lot of the mid spots. I think they are 2, 4, 5. We do see... Yeah, I will get me names afterwards as well because I talked a little too long with the lineups. Syra does fall behind. I think he got Willy Bump there. So Ape occupying 1-3, but Vincent with the Bill in 4th. This is going to be huge, especially if they pull Shock. Even if they don't pull Shock, Vincent's probably still going to build up to 1st and probably keep it with his running power. We do see T7. We do see 2 of T7 shrooming up 2 top spots. So 2, 3, 4 coming out for T7. Pay attention to the baggers. I don't think either of them has Shuck yet, just based on the fact that they're not running forward. Neither of them have Bill either. I believe that's Jadid in 1st. Yeah, he actually fails there, so we do see Dan slip into first. Vincent gets wheelie bumped though. I do think he should have kept his line a little bit there, but still a Bill in fourth, still looking good. Bill comes in, no shock, but I think he wanted to get up to first. That might be a telling sign that Ape might have it, but the baggers are still jockeying for it, so I'm not sure. Jadid following close behind him though, so he could potentially get a snipe off here after this turn. We'll see. Vincent's still locking down first. He backs at Nana, but doesn't connect. Neither bagger have shock. Doesn't look like it. I think this might be a decent race for T7. Shock comes in late, though. That was an Ape shock. Looks to me like two of them dodge from the back. We'll see what happens when they come up. Looks to me like T7 still get top 2 in the end, though. It was kind of a back and forth race. We couldn't see too much of what happened in the mid pack, especially also with the bagging battle. So Ape pulled it last second and they used the shock, but it didn't look to me like it benefited them too much in the end. Is Vincent streaming on 60 FPS? I see. What are you doing? Browser source or window capture? Okay. I got the pick though.
Yo guys, the stream is really laggy right now.
I know, we know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, no worries. Is it Vincent's fault or is it on our end? Oh, okay.
Should I keep commentating? Yeah, I'll keep commentating just in case we upload this to YouTube. We'll get the actual like thing from Vincent. So I'm just gonna continue.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. So do what you can. So Delfino comes out here for Ape, or actually T7. Red coming out right away from Vincent. He's gonna connect. I believe the other player either had a fib or he had that laggy item roulette. Another TC though coming in for Dan. Bagging battle's fairly even right now though. Vincent actually clips the wall there. That's something we don't see very often from anybody actually, but he manages to stay alive. Syra's in first though. Top 2-4 coming out for T7 right now, but it looks to me like Joey is winning the bagging battle. So yeah, maybe, yeah, Joey, yeah, he is winning the bagging battle. So looks to me like the stars are aligning for T7 to pull shock here. Good backfib there from Vincent. He backed it right away, didn't drag it, and he connected on the mark. Got him with that wide Nana as well. Usually you want to back tight just to keep him at bay. But if you call out your wide Nanas before you back them, it's actually very hard to predict those if you're the opposing team. Top 2 break a little bit coming off from T7, but expect people to take double and catch up a little bit. Looks to me like only one person took double though, so T7's still going to lock down a top 2 break here. And it looks to me the baggers are still jockeying for the shock. I don't think either person has it. Not too much going on in terms of the POV. Unfortunately, we don't have a second one. Looks to me, yeah, Neo is winning the bagging battle. So this will be huge for Ape if they can get it, because they're going to need it. Top 2 break for T7. And if you're Ape, though, I'd probably say even if one of the people from T7 dodge, you're still going to have to use it here to break that top 2 somehow. Yeah, Vincent shrooms up. Kind of has a... Yeah, I think Joey has shock. He's going forward. And he does use it anyway, though. Yeah, Joey uses it anyway. I think he dodged one of the T7 players in the back. Yeah, probably because, yeah, T7 already had top 2 locked down, so that was a relatively safe shot from them anyway. Looks to me like Jadid's still going to lock down third. That's not Jadid. Ape's still going to lock down third, though. Still going to be top 2-4 no matter what for T7. Couple good back spams there coming out from Vincent that pretty much kept Ape at bay. We do see a top 2-4 coming out from T7. I will get another GP pick because I know we are having a bit of difficulties. Yeah, Dolphin slowdown. That's what I saw from the chat. That could also be a possibility. I don't know too much about it, however. You want to stream Alpha? Do Alphas real quick. Yeah, Alpha. He posted it on the chat. Just do Alphas real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a solution in the future when it comes to 60 FPS streaming. But yeah, just let me know if you get it. I'm pulling up the other stream. TF coming out from T7. This is definitely gonna work for them. Top 2-4 is the best possible spots besides obviously top 4. Third is going to start wide, so it's going to be a bit hard for them to cut inside, and fourth is going to draft first. Alpha stream is also kind of shitty though. It's like 20 FPS. Actually, not even. Yeah, Alpha stream is not good. Holy hell. Okay, I'll just commentate Vincent then. All right, T7 running with top 2 again. As expected, T7 running away in TF starting top 2-4 and with the running power that they have. Vincent hits the wall though. As I said before, Vincent, very strong runner, but every once in a while we do see him failing. Still a top 3 coming out for T7 though. Vincent with that shroom in second. If Alpha gets, and Alpha hits a crate in first, actually, I was gonna say if Alpha gets blued, then Vincent can dodge the second blue with the shroom, but he's gonna be in first anyway, so maybe a blessing in disguise for T7. But here comes the blue. Vincent might stop. He opts not to stop. Okay, there we go. He's still gonna dodge the blue. Yeah, that blue came late, so that was smart for Vincent to just keep his line. Still a top 2-4. Doesn't look to me like either bagger have it. They still might be jockeying for it. Joey, I believe, he just started Neo 3 times, so Neo doesn't have it if he did have it. Let's see what happens up here with Syra. Is he gonna be able to lock down second and keep it? Syra does lose second though, so Ape are gonna slip into second. Vincent's still locking down first here. Shock comes in late. Yeah, that was definitely from T7 from the looks of it. Or no, it was from Ape. Yeah, Jadid coming up. Ape are gonna lock down 2-3, 4. Yeah, 2-3-4 possibly for Ape. Actually 2-3-5. I think T7 might have slipped fourth, but it's gonna be a fairly even race from the looks of it. That Shock definitely benefited Ape in the end. Very good work from Joey though. He did star Neo, who possibly had it at that point, and just pulling the Shock, running away with the Shock, and then there it was for Ape. That's what Ape needed actually. Ape were down by about 30 going into race 3, so that was much needed. It's gonna be a 1-4-6-7 for T7 though. You found it? All right, perfect.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for the technical difficulties, but we finally fixed it, so now you can finally enjoy these games. So, sorry for this, guys.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed my radio cast for the first 3 races there. But yeah, I just posted the GP picks on all staff, so you can get the scores real fast. Actually, I don't need to post those first 2 because I got the scores of the race 3 one.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it was just a double whammy. At first, Vincent was doing 60 FPS, so we couldn't get it to work at first with us. And then Alpha, his stream is like running at like 10 FPS right now, so bit of a combination of some shitty occurrences there. But we're back up and running. I posted the pick. I didn't get the bot scores, but we'll get the score after race 4. Sherbet Land's a bit of a wild card track, though. Even if you are bottom spots, top 2 spots can still drop and get shrooms and such. Spots don't matter too much for this race because pretty much whoever pulls a golden is just going to get up there and run away. We do see Dan coming out with those triple greens, tries to pass the TC off. I'm surprised he didn't, though, especially because he did hit one of the... and last second TC pass, though, to APE. So they are going to fall behind a little bit. Back spam attempt coming out there, but not connecting. Looks like Joey fell off with Bill. No, he didn't fall off. He's now chasing Neo, who likely has shock at this point. So let's see if Ape can pull some dodges. Good snipe coming out there from Vincent. I thought Nico might have been able to avoid that, but I don't think he was looking back, or I don't think he heard the banana coming. Like that little sound effect, that whew sound effect. But yeah, T7 locking down top 3 here. This is definitely going to favor them, but the thing is, yeah, Joey's chasing him, but yeah, Nico has it, so Nico's, yeah, so Ape are going to be able to break that top 3. If you're Ape, though, I would probably use this either last set or first set. If you have dodges, first set. If you don't have dodges, last set, just chain into boxes. It all depends on what they have, though. We do see Alpha in second and Dan in third. Dan, again, is a good runner, so expect him to start to break away from that mid pack. Shock should come around this point if you're Ape, though, and there it is. It does TS Alpha, though, in the crack, so Alpha's going to fall behind a little bit, but he does grow big, though, so it's not going to matter. T7 still top 2. We do see one of 8 players goldening, I believe, from the minimap. It's going to be a bit of a tight finish. Besides first, I believe Vincent's going to lock down first. Unless he gets blued, then Alpha might secure first unless Ape pulls shrooms. In terms of mid spots, it's going to be very close. I do believe Ape actually lost third there from the minimap they spun out. Top 2 coming in for T7. Looks like a top 3. Yeah, it didn't look to me like Ape were. It didn't look to me like they pulled too many shrooms in the mid to bottom spots. And if they did, they might have gotten killed by maybe reds or greens or something. But T7 surprisingly able to keep their top spots even with a wild card track like this. And even with the shock, they still kept their top 3. Something's got to change here if you're Ape, because T7 are in control for the most part. We do see Vincent with the 57. As expected, though, as I said before, Vincent is the top runner in the division, I'd say, and that just showed in this particular GP. So we're gonna get the scores real fast. Plus 17. Plus 21. Plus 30. Plus 26. So not as big of a lead for T7 as I thought. I believe it was from a couple races that that Ape won it by a little bit, and T7 didn't. Besides the first and fourth races, or actually TF and Sherbetland, third and fourth races, they didn't have too much of winning races first two races. So Ape's still very much in this. As I said before, I saw this going one of two ways. T7 taking control and winning by about 40, or it being close. But it looks to me like it's the former option so far, unless Ape can turn the tides around. Yeah, and as Vincent said, 135 to 109. I did say plus 26. So kudos, put 135 to 109 real quick. All right. Cool. Weapon? 135, 109, T7. Yeah, Dino, actually, I would like to make a mention of your T7G predicted. They were actually predicted 4th overall. But I did say in the prediction stream that T7 is a sleeper pick because they do have. I actually didn't even know they had Vincent, but they already had the likes of Dan and Logan running, and they are very much equipped in both formats, both Sui and Troll. So I did expect them to be a sleeper pick and possibly secure 3rd. But with Vincent running, I do think they're going to make a push for 1st. But we do see Peach Beach coming out. I do think this will be good for Ape because they have been outran by T7 those first 4 races. Snipe attempt coming in there from Nico doesn't connect. He also gets wheelie bumped. So top 2 early on for Alpha. Is Vincent gonna back that fib? He does. At the expense of getting sniped by Jadid though. That was a good snipe by Jadid, and he does get redded again. In terms of the backing battle, Neo is winning out. We'll have to see what happens later on. Vincent holding a star. I am behind, apparently. I am looking at the Mario Kart boards one. Whoops. Nico in... Okay, so Vincent in a star. They do shock T7, and he's holding a Mega in 3rd, but also Ape dodge, so it's going to be an even trade-off. Vincent with a stop Mega there attempt, and he connects there. That was very good awareness from Vincent, seeing that Ape was shrooming up there, so he does stop Mega in the end. T7 going to lock down top 2 again. Top 3. So that shock, I'm not sure whose it was. I'm going to have to make sure I get confirmation. But good race again for T7. It was a very, very solid stop troll there coming out from Vincent. Yeah, I have 2 setups. I have the MK Boards one and I have Vincent's, but for some reason I was looking at the MK Boards one. I don't know why. But yeah, I managed to get back up to speed midway. Do you see another top 3 coming out for T7? So they're starting to pull away here. If you're Ape, I would probably say, even though you lost this race, I would probably say keep picking those tracks like MC3, Peach Gardens, because they did have something going for them, but from what I believe, that was a T7 shot because Vincent wasn't a star for a couple seconds before the shot came in. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on their end for letting Ape dodge up after Vincent used a star 2 seconds in. But still a very good race for T7. Do you see a BC week coming out from T7 here, which is gonna be very smart because Ape aren't getting up there too much so far this war, so it's gonna be very beneficial for T7 to just keep on getting in the front and keep locking down their top spots. Bagging battle fairly even. Joey, I think, is winning out a little more. I think he got 3-1 shocks, and then this shock was a T7 shock. So 3-2, I believe, is the shock count. for Ape. I mean, not Ape, T7. Let's see what happens in the front. If you're Ape, you're going to have to probably spam your items right away. Whatever you get, like greens or shrooms. Even at the expense of getting green yourself, you're going to have to break that top 3 early. Doesn't look to me like... We do see a couple people getting killed in the mid-pack. Looks to me like it was T7 players that got killed there, so... still 1-3-4 though for T7. They could probably still lock down a good race here, especially if they get shock and hold it for the rest of the race. Looks to me like Joey's winning out. Actually, no, it's Neo. Let's see if... Yeah, Joey ends up hitting one of the fire pillars, actually, so Neo with a big break here. It'll be interesting to see if Joey will start spamming boxes in 9th. POW comes in. Not going to affect anybody, though. I'm surprised with that POW, though. Usually POW's there. Usually if you have a POW, you want to target POW top spots. I'm not sure whose POW that was. I think it was T7 to get it in, to get Vincent in the air. So that probably explains it. Do you see T7 still with 1-3-4? He does good backspin there from Vincent, but looks to me like Ape's still surviving there. Neo winning the bagging battle by a lot, but if you're Joey, I don't think it's too far-fetched to keep spamming boxes in 9th, because Neo's not going to hit another box for the next 30 seconds or so if he keeps going forward. So possibly T7 might be holding Bill. No, actually, he does fall off anyway. Maybe he did have Bill. Who knows? Not too much going on in the POV. Looks to me like Neo has shot. No, he fell off. Vincent hitting that ground red, though. It was kind of an unfortunate placement for that ground red. Right on the wheelie line. Ape are going to come up here a little bit. We do see Nico right behind him. Does hit one of those nanas that Vincent backed lap 2, though. He backed 2 of them. One of them connected lap 2 and another one connected there. Expect Vincent to just back his nanas here tight. Just keep Ape at bay. Ape have shock if anything. Maybe it's either shockless or Ape have it. But it doesn't look to me like... There's the shock. Yeah, there's a shock coming in late. T7 still 1-3. We'll see what happens up here. Nah, I couldn't see it. Yeah, I know. Because the thing about the BCW finish line is that the finish line is at the very end of the line for some reason. Whereas a lot of the tracks, it's right in the middle. Kind of weird, but imagine if there was a player for Ape right behind him, and Vincent just decided to do that, but still lost second because he didn't realize that the finish line is all the way at the end. That would have been kind of funny to see. Top 2 coming out. Not too bad if you're Ape, because they weren't able to break too much of T7's top spots. Only one of them, but T7 managed to get back up there. Again, we do see Ape with the shocks and not utilizing them too effectively, especially because T7 have been breaking away a lot of these races. As expected before, T7 have more of the running power than Ape in this scenario. Apparently T7 hasn't pulled a single shock. So that only makes that only stamps T7's prowess even further there. No shocks for T7 at all, and they're still winning by this amount. So yeah, it's a bit yeah, very underwhelming actually. I was gonna say a bit underwhelming. Actually very underwhelming for Ape, because they, like I said before, they did lose Neo for this particular week. Neo is their main runner, but I still expected them to put up a bit more of a fight for those first 6 races. But T7 in control, still very much in this though, obviously, because their Ape are only down 47 with 6 races to go. We did see with DZ and MW with control of the war for most of it, but DZ getting these huge races. Anything can happen in Mario Kart, and let's see what happens up here. That fib was awkward. I'm not sure who it connected with, but I do think Vincent could have maybe dragged it a little bit and see if he could block partially the respawn. We do see 2 of T7 actually taking respawns, so they'll be able to break away. One of them failed rock but made respawn, and the other just went for respawn. Triple Shrooms coming out for Vincent, though. This is looking very good, especially because 2 through 6 is very tight right now. He does actually outline, yeah, Vincent outlining him there and connecting the trailing green. Expect Vincent to go for the rock here. Uses 1 shroom to get away from the pack. I don't think that's a terrible shroom usage, but I would have liked to have seen him hold the shrooms just in case he got hit by, yeah, right there, he got hit by Nana. He is going to go for rock, though. Makes it, but doesn't have that shroom in first. I was going to say just hold those triple shrooms and take rock, and then have another shroom to back you up to dodge the blue. In terms of the bagging battle, it's kind of hard to see actually, but if you're APE here, you're gonna have to probably use shock. I mean, I think T7 are top 2, so use shock here. Don't wait until cut, because second might take it. I do believe T7 might be top 3 as well, but I'm not entirely sure. There's a shot coming in late. Let's see who dodges up. It's gonna be... And he actually failed. Oh, he actually failed the startup boost. Is Vincent gonna connect with the red here on the line? He throws it a little early though. Yeah, he could have waited a little longer there. He had enough distance to... That red had enough time and distance to be able to hit him on the line. Little unfortunate there. It was a bit of a laggy red. But still a 2-3 for T7. APE are going to need bigger races than this, though. They did secure first, which is damage control for APE. Again, though, APE winning out with the shock count like 7-0, 6-0, 7-0, still not able to do anything with it, because T7, again, breaking away. 2-3-4 coming out for T7. +7 race, from the looks of it. Yeah, T7 very much in control. And then I would have to make sure, really quick, do you know Boris? Or, because I know Zahir is Nico. I know Desi, or Ezzy, whatever, is Jadid. I'm going to need to get Boris, though. I don't want to sound stupid by saying the 8 player. Because I got all the me names for T7 and I got all but 2 for APE. Yeah, if you're APE, you're going to have to pick tracks like Luigi's Circuit at this rate, but it doesn't look to me like they're team picking either. Some of them picking Peach Gardens and DDR. RBC coming out, though, this can favor T7, especially because 4th can draft first. But for the most part, APE have the better draft spots. They have 5-6. We do see Alpha drafting up right away, so he's going to... Let's see how well he locks down first. Those greens come in, a little dangerous. Alpha's still able to keep first, and Vincent has... He does throw that forward, though. I don't know if that was accidental or not. We do see greens... Oh, okay, because Dan slipped into third. I think he shroomed up to third, though. We did see Joey actually failing the backward strat, so again, it's going to look to me like Neo is going to have shocked. I take back what I said earlier. I thought the bagging battle was going to be even. Alpha got really bumped there by Vincent. I would have liked to have seen Vincent not go for the draft there, especially with a turn that tight. There's not much room to maneuver around your player, so I would have liked to have seen Vincent hop away from that, but still top 3 from T7, and stars are aligning for APE to pull it, though. That's the problem. Again, if APE pulls shock, are they going to be able to use it effectively? That's the question that... yeah, they use an early shock, which is smart because T7 were breaking again. Let's see how well they come up here. We do see, I believe and Vincent actually gets a little confused with that thwomp movement. So it's and he does get wheelie bumped and off the track there. So again, like I said before, every once in a while we do see these moments from Vincent, these inconsistencies. He did hit the thwomp, and then when he was not going full speed, wheelied anyway and pretty much got bumped off the track. But yeah, we do see Vincent in the back for the first time pretty much in this entire war. We do see Jadid stopping for a dodge. Jadid does get that box in 8th, but is he going to pull a dodge? That's the question. And in terms of the bagging battle, looks like they're fighting for it. Pau comes in early. The bomb, that bomb was actually, in that situation, he was not going very fast, so he managed to throw that bomb only about like 10 feet in front of him, and it did connect with Vincent. So good work there from I believe that might be, I don't know his name. Looks to me like Joey has, Joey, there's a shot coming in from Joey, but it doesn't, Bennett, nobody dodged, and I do believe, only Vincent got in the boxes, so it could have been a T7 shot. But Joey didn't spin out, so I assumed he used it, but he wasn't a star from what I saw. Yeah, Vincent gonna be able to lock down first after chaining into that golden. That fib is a little sketchy, but he manages to avoid it. Another top 2 coming out for T7. T7 just in control of this. Every race has just been a top 2, a top 3 for T7. That first shock did affect T7 a little bit, but they still managed to keep some of their top spots. Vincent losing his first, obviously, but then getting a golden right after that shock. And just another good race for T7 here. And it doesn't seem to me like APE has an answer to any of T7's actions or anything like that. +9 race for T7, so they're getting these little winning races. +7, +9, +7. And they're just Vincent, 57 and then 54. Are we gonna see a 140 plus here coming out from Vincent? We shall see. Vincent Poggers. I think that what is it? That reverse psychology, that T7 D4 LVP me name is actually working out very effectively. I'd like to shout out real quick. I'd like to shout out Zesty. Zesty is the king of reverse psychology. He's always the one saying, "Oh, we're gonna lose," and they end up winning. So reverse psychology apparently is a thing in MKW. So yeah, T7 very much in control of it. I don't see a way back from APE after this anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just not a very good showing for them. And I would like to point out, Boris is Ben Bryant. I'm a little surprised too, because I have seen Bryant up and down. He's been showing flashes of brilliance, but Bryant not able to keep his top spots in some of those occasions on the previous races. He has lost them a couple times. Yeah, I expected a little more out of APE because I know Bryant is very experienced, and I know Nico's a decent runner. Yeah, it's just APE has not really shown out. Vincent going me though, interesting. A quick fun fact about the me Flame Runner. They do have a very good weight stat. So if Vincent are gonna be in mid spots, if Vincent's gonna be in mid spots and it's gonna be like a track where there's a bridge or something, and he shrooms up, yeah, it's gonna be very detrimental to APE. Just a fun fact there. Just, I don't know, just to fill in the gap. Couldn't see the track pick real quick. My stream died a little bit. It's okay, so it is DDR. We do see Nico going for the sand hop. He does make it, and we saw Dan failing it. But triple shrooms for Vincent, a little bit of a lucky pull. Opts to use the first 2 to get up in the front. I do believe he's very confident in running. That's the reason why he used those 2 shrooms early instead of waiting for ultra, let's say. He's gonna have 1 shroom to dodge the blue with or take single. In this scenario, I would like to see him hold the shroom though, because he has a little bit of a break from second, and Vincent is on an absolute tear. So I would like to see him, yeah, hold. He is gonna hold the shroom. So he's probably going to be able to dodge the blue, breaking away from second and third a little bit, even with them taking Ultra in 4-5. Looks to me like one of them took the Shroom Ultra, and then just got hit afterwards from the minimap. In terms of bagging battle, Joey is winning out. Is he going to get a shock for once? That's going to be the burning question for T7. If T7 gets shock, I mean, they're just going to win the race by like 15, 17 instead of 9 or 7. Pau comes in. Yeah, that was a T7 Pau because it got Vincent in the air. Joey's still going backwards though. Neo does stop. No, he falls off. He did have Bill in that scenario. Vincent breaking away even further. I wonder if there are any schlag attempts coming out from the mid pack at all. That has to be the case though, because Vincent has a huge breakaway, and his lines right now are about D3 level. So I don't think that either there were schlagging or there were a lot of failures coming out in the mid pack. But yeah, Vincent's just gonna lock down first here. Easy first for him, holding that shroom, running away. And it looks to me like Joey has it, so shock's not gonna happen until the very end from what I assume. Vincent, yep, stopping on the line. That's a sign that T7 are gonna get another top 2 here. Syra taking the cut. It is a top 3 for T7, so yeah, APE are getting fairly demolished here. Yeah, I don't have any other words for it. I mean, T7, and kind of an interesting celebration from the me there, just raising his arms and keeping them up there. It's kind of like a glory pose, like a Rocky pose. And I do think that's very fitting for this scenario, because Vincent is probably going to break 140 at this rate, because holy hell. What are you doing, Vincent? He's on fire. Just enough. Stop it. Stop it. Top 3 for T7. Yeah, just kind of want to have a little bit of fun here, because there's not too much to comment on besides the fact that T7 are just pretty much breaking away every single race, and APE have absolutely no answer to it. What a legend, Vincent. It would be nice though. Are you still here, Kudos? Hey, what's up? So, do you have anything to say about this particular match?
I have been watching, and I can't really believe like my eyes what's happening right here. Like, he's like taking like almost first every race. Like, it's unbelievable.
Like like I said before, I expected Vincent to get like 120 around that, or 110, 120, but this is beyond anything I even expected. Especially like team play wise for APE, just no answer at all to anything.
Of course, man.
I didn't expect this.
I feel like watching like all the people, and it seems like almost like T7 is always like being there, like together, like a team. Like, let's guys, this is gonna be like an easy match, you know. We're just gonna have some breakfast, maybe like in the morning, so because we're gonna celebrate it and all the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Just yeah, T7 pretty much. Yeah, actually, APE are their breakfast right now. Depending on the time zone, or actually dinner for the time zone. APE are being eaten for dinner by T7 right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Say. That star, oh, we almost picked that up. T7 top 4 early on. Alpha picking up that star just to rub salt in the wound for APE. No star from APE being picked up there. Do you want to commentate a little bit just to practice?
Yeah, well, this is actually my first time like ever being on the stream. Normally I stream host and everything, but I'm gonna try my best, you know.
Alright, you know what? Let's give you a shot. Let's give you
so yeah, we see here, of course, Vincent like taking the lead. Of course, like he's like the man, like from the front running, like since the beginning. And then we have like Dan behind him, like he's like his teammate and all the stuff. And like I can't really see like who is actually behind it also.
Both backers still jockeying for stock though, so we'll have to pay attention later.
Yeah.
Vincent actually does have a moment of being slow there. He does get really bumped by Dan, who outlined him, but still top 3, top 4. No answer for Ape.
Yeah, really.
But I believe they're holding a lot of the dodges, and they have been getting the luck with the shock. So if you're Ape in this scenario and you have shock, just obviously dodge your bottom 4 and then just come up with your dodges or golden or whatever and whatnot.
Oh, and then we have the shock.
Ooh.
I can't really believe, like, mid-game.
And early shock is not too bad there in that scenario, because obviously T7 broken away again. A blue comes out on Dan, but Ape were still sort of close behind, so a cannon dodge still would have sufficed. I think it would have been preferable for them to go for a cannon dodge instead of a dodge there.
Yeah, of course.
But, yeah. Still a first coming out though from Nico. Nico, obviously their strongest runner, so I do believe he's gonna lock down first unless it's a blue. Vincent again failing there with the Wiggler. Does come out with those triple reds though, and does connect. Yeah, he does connect. T7 again locking down 2, 3, 4. Ape doesn't look to me like they're gonna win the race here.
Nah, for sure. Like, nah, it's not gonna happen. I think we have a winner, like, for at least for this whole match, because you know they have like front running as much as possible. If you see Oak, like the points difference, it's like beaten by like the double of it.
Yeah, not looking good at all. For T7, a little the thing is, that was a little unlucky for Cora though. He did get redded by Vincent with the triple reds, but either way, I still think that was a deserved race for T7. They were up in the front the whole time. So.
Yeah, for sure. So now we are going over to the next race, and that's gonna be, of course, the second last or the
second to last. Or this is second to last race. So put race 11.
Yes.
This was race 10. MT was race 10. So. Yeah. So as you're updating the scores, make sure you get the races too. You know. So yeah, T7 showing out. And let's talk about something else outside of MKW now that we're at it. Do we have any football fans in the chat, or soccer, I should say?
I think.
Are you a fan of soccer? Football?
Me, I'm not really particularly like a fan of football, like all those related stuff. I'm more into esports related stuff.
Esports, yeah, esports. I am too, but if anybody is a fan of football in the chat, how is the Premier League looking right now? Like, Manchester United are 2 points away from relegation zone. Tottenham are absolute shit. They're losing to a bunch of teams they shouldn't be losing to. We do see like Leicester in the top 4, which is pretty good. We do see, I believe, West Ham and West Ham is up there. The Premier League this year is insane. I just wanted to bring up a random talking point though. Mushroom Gorge coming out from, I believe, T7. Yeah, T7 coming out with MG. Kind of interesting though, because I know T7 are pretty much running every race, so interesting. Okay. Vincent trying to go for that shroom list, doesn't come off. Was trying to show off a little bit though, but yeah, Vincent is having a field day right now. He's using me, Flame Runner. He's going for things you usually wouldn't see people going for. So
yeah, it's because he already knows, like, boys, we got it in the pocket, so I'm just gonna be like myself.
It's just another day in the office for Vincent and company, you know.
So that's gonna be like what, it's just like it's saying like how T7 is like double their points like in just like a minute, like like double them by 100, and it's because like they always like getting like the top 4. And it's just like how I see also like how they work together, like how the teamwork also, and that's like really interesting.
And for Ape, it's always been Nico up front, and they've barely gotten any sort of help in the mid pack. We do see actually Ben Bryant getting redded there. He did have one red revolving around him. Yeah. Couldn't get that back red, but it was just it's pretty much Nico up there all the time. We do see every once in a while Bryant slipping up to the front, but he does lose those top spots. So yeah, no power behind Nico this war, no help. It's pretty much been the demise for Ape.
Yeah, that's for sure for A. But it seems also like I have like the feeling they're like having bad luck with the items as well.
Yeah, a little bit. That is another factor too. But the thing is, like, they've been pulling the majority of the shocks for the first two GPs and haven't really been doing anything with them because they've been in those bottom spots all the time. You can blame item luck for certain things, but if you're gonna be losing each race like handedly, it's not all luck, I'd say.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And it's going to be a 2, 3, 4, 5 coming out from T7. In that particular instance, I do think it was a little bit of a lucky pull there from Vincent. But again, Vincent consistently making gap. And yeah, another good race for T7.
Yeah.
And the shock, I didn't pay such attention to the shock because I was too focused on talking. Do you know whose shock that was?
I haven't really seen like whose shock it was again, but I didn't really saw it somehow.
Yeah. So 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is one of Ape's better races. Plus or -3. Yeah. I think that was their biggest. I don't think they've won a single race from what I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, last race they're up by about 160 T7, and Vincent on 37, or not 160. Vincent is gonna be around at 160 at this point. Ape are losing by about 120, I should say. Cora in the chat's like, can we run this back? Yeah, you guys will be able to run it back against C7 next time out, but yeah, you guys are gonna have to beat IF though. If Ape lose to IF, then it's not gonna be looking good for Ape in terms of the playoff implications.
Yeah.
Because IF are most likely gonna beat Nostalgia this week, and if they do, IF are gonna be only 2 points behind Ape, and if IF beat Ape, they're gonna be 1 point ahead, and so it's not going to be good. And also the co-commentator is Kudas.
Yes, that's me.
Pretty good for his first time, I'd say. He's mainly a stream host, but yeah, since this match is relatively over already, some good practicing.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna
Make sure
try. I'm also gonna be like trying to get a little bit better, like to get an in-depth, of course, of everybody. So I can like be casting more often and also bring better content, of course, for you guys to enjoy. So that's actually my main goal also.
Okay, and then make sure you put race 12 too for this race.
Yeah, I was busy like doing that right now.
Oh yeah, it's all good, all good. So we do see triple greens coming out from Syra. It'll be interesting to see if he like swerves with this. No, T7 are top 3, so he's gonna hold the greens. Maybe he'll drop and potentially Schlag. We'll see. Ape might have shrooms in this scenario, so they'll probably be able to be neck and neck with Vincent. We do see, I believe Jadid spun out though, so it's still going to be a top 3 for T7 here. In terms of the bagging battle, no, it's all run. Yeah, they're going all run, so really unsure about that. Of the shock, not sure who has it. Looks to me like Neo stopped though, so he's probably going to go for it, yeah. Vincent's still locking down first though.
Yeah, he's like just enjoying, like chilling, like at the front. You know?
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Vincent hold out his Nana so he can get another item and back the Nana here right at this point, because the Nana right there is really hard to avoid though. So yeah, we see a green coming out. That's gonna be sketchy. It's gonna bounce around. Ooh, almost hit Vincent. But I don't think Vincent's trying very hard anymore at this point. I do think he pretty much already knows that he's gonna get MVP of the div.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, also like see like his line is like a little bit like wonky right now. Like he's like chilling right now.
Oh yeah, T7 are already in a comfortable enough spot right now. Is the shot gonna come in right now? No, it doesn't. That's pretty much a sign that T7 have it. I'm surprised though, because I believe Ape were like trying to get the shock in the back. We'll see though. We'll see what happens at the very end. And Vincent, just a quick fun fact about Vincent, he's actually trialing for CB right now. CB are in a bit of need for players. If he makes CB, we are probably going to see some D1 gameplay from Vincent. It's going to be interesting to see how he does in D1 if he does end up making that trial, though. Because Vincent, as I said before, on his day, he's a high tier D2 runner, but he needs to work a little bit on the consistency. If he can get that in check, he'll be a decent player for D1. Top 2 for coming out for T7 though, so that's just a nail on the coffin right there for them. It's been an absolute blowout. Nothing else to say in that respect. Do you have any other comments about the match?
Like, look at this, top 4.
It speaks for itself. I mean,
it's like they're like say, guys, get a champagne. We already like won this. Like, they already had, like, from the start of the beginning of this, like, of this match, they already knew they were gonna be winning this.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm surprised, Alpha. I'm surprised you guys were predicted last. Like, I was actually shocked because, like I said, I didn't even know that Vincent was playing for T7, but I still had you guys at around 3rd or 4th. Because I know you guys are well equipped in both formats, especially even without Vincent. You still have Dan. Alpha can run decently in D4 if he works on his consistency too, because I know sometimes he does fail. But Vincent being in this division helps D7 a lot, but Vincent does have backup. He does have a lot of those races. We saw Dan and Alpha in 2nd and 3rd, and they have been backing up Vincent very well. T7, with the synergy coming out in this match and the running power, both combined for a relatively comfortable performance from T7.
He's like really like just enjoying himself right now.
Yeah, Vincent is like over the moon right now. Like, he is on like probably like 46, 47 average right now. He got like 160. He is living it up right now. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along, and yeah, thanks for supporting. Thanks for sticking around, even with the difficulties that we had in the first 3 races with 60 FPS on Vincent's stream. We did have a radio broadcast for the first few races, but thank you guys for sticking with us. Thank you guys for coming along. We are gonna have a match tonight though, D1. It's gonna be DZ versus CB. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be really
tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are around for that, make sure to stay tuned because it's gonna be a good match. But yeah, on behalf of MK Boards, I'm Jaggy.
I'm Kudas.
All right, see you guys next time.
Later, guys.